Hey YouTube, it's Matt with Olympus Reptiles. Today we're going to continue our business series. And I think this is one of the most important things that you can do to help yourself as a breeder. It's often overlooked, it's often forgot about, but let's say you've listened to everything we've said. Maybe not. Maybe you just went your own way and did just fine anyway. You're now producing snakes and it's time to go sell those snakes. So we have a little mock show set up here, right? Now, yes, we only got 2 snakes up here. We don't run a full display. But I'm going to kind of run you through how I view doing a reptile show. Again, more than one way to skin a cat. But let's go through it. First and foremost, you got to have some snakes, right? If you don't have anything to sell, you know, you're not going to have anything. Now, typically what we would have is at least 1 full display. Typically we have 2 full displays. We try to. We can have even more, but if I only have a handful of snakes, I'm probably not going to go to a show. I'm probably going to wait till I have 20 to sell as opposed to 2. Actually, these were both sold. See, you can't get these. You know why you can't get these? Because fucking Patreon already bought them. That's right. If you're not on Patreon, you probably should be. That's my shameless self-promotion. Man, you got to advertise for yourself because nobody else is going to do it, right? But let's get set up for our show. So the first thing is your table. You know, they're going to give you a table. A lot of times they'll give you a basic black cloth. We did that the first few times, but we kind of wanted to spice it up. You know, we wanted to get some out there to kind of shout who we are. Now, usually your table at a reptile show is bigger than this. It's going to be 8 feet. This table's probably 5. So you have a lot more room. So this tablecloth is made for an 8-foot table, so you're not getting the full effect. But we have a tablecloth in our purple with our name, our emblem on it. And the top, I thought this would be really cool. So this is like the skin of a black caiman. Print, not real black caiman skin. Here's what I've come to find out. Getting this color was kind of pointless. The reason is, usually I'm running a show, I've got so much stuff on my table. Usually there's 2 full displays, a computer in the middle that's showing our videos on a loop with no sound. Again, shameless self-promoter. And then also some t-shirts, some things like that nobody's going to see the really cool black caiman design I have. It's a little bit heartbreaking, but the tablecloth still looks good. We do have a banner coming for the back that'll have our name. You know, those things sometimes take a little time to get because they're a little bit expensive. The other thing is you got a few different options. One, we're showing a display cage here. Obviously it needs a little bit of cleaning. We just kind of touched up for this. Opens up, closes really nice. Throw up a little lock bar. You can actually have a key for it. So when the lock bar is up, it won't open. So people can't just open it. I think these prevent theft a little better, a little more control. The other way you can do it is just deli cups. If you have a table full of deli cups, snakes already in there, that's got its advantages too. Somebody buys a snake, you take it, hand it to them, it's already packaged. Here, somebody buys a snake, I got to take it out, bag it up, package it, send it out the door, right? Typically, we would write the snake's information on here. I usually use 1 color for males and pink for females. Sometimes it's blue for males, pink for females. Sometimes it's just green. But I always do like pink for females, so it's easily to code. It helps if I have somebody else on my table, they can just look and know if it's a male or female based on the color writing. I have the morph written, I have the price I'm asking written, and I also have its ID number written. Again, all information if somebody else sells somewhere they can take and copy to the receipt. Speaking of the receipt, this is what I call a receipt. Now these are in my tub for shows, just make sure they're beat up. I would never give that to a customer, but it gives you an idea of what we use. Has a basic care guide. Whoop! Recommends, it says 10-gallon aquarium. We're talking about for pets. Obviously, you're in a rack system. You probably know what the hell you're doing. I don't need to tell you. Also contains my cell phone number and camera guy Kurt's cell phone number, so people can get a hold of us with questions. It also says your python is. In this case, it would say your python is a Tofino, created by pairing a Tofino to an albino. It is believed to be a male. Its identification number in that case would be 191703. So you have all of that information right there. I think that's really important. I think that really helps your customer feel like they're getting something more than just you telling them what it is. There's this physical piece of paper. It makes it feel a little more legit. Something else you should always carry on your table. Good luck finding it right now because of COVID. Some Germ-X, right? A lot of people are going to be touching your shit. You're going to be touching a lot of stuff. Somebody's like, oh, can I handle that? Yeah, sanitize first. Because God knows what else they've been touching. And before I open up, I like to get a little sanitize. Set the example, right? Because I don't know what they've been touching. Shows are kind of nasty, man. Sometimes you're going to pick up some things you don't want to pick up. It's a great place to pick up mites from somebody else walking around, touching a snake, bringing it to your table, walking on a snake, all kinds of stuff. It can happen. So disinfect, do your due diligence, try to keep it as clean as possible. You know, it's one of those things. Necessary evil. So keep that right there on your table. Something else I always take to a show. It's in my show go bag. A big ass extension cord. Why? Because we're going to usually have lights displayed that are shining down on this to really brighten it up and really show off the animals, which we didn't put here because it wouldn't look good in the video, it would script the lighting. You may not always be near an outlet. They're not going to move your table because you whine about it. Have your own solution. Big ass extension cord should go with you. That being said, I also take my power strip. Why? Need to plug in my computer, right? So I can run those videos. Need to plug in lights, need to plug in lights, need to plug in display lights, correct? Need to plug in a phone charger because my phone's going to die at some point. Also, we're going to be using it to scan cards. You can't have that thing die. It is how you're going to scan credit cards. Very important. My partner's going to be in the same boat. Oh yeah. I also like to jazz it up. So something I always take to shows. Okay. This is overkill. This is not what I take to shows. This is just for display model purposes. But we always take a Bluetooth speaker. Don't take one this big. But we do take a little one. We always have music playing. Make your table a happy place, okay? If your table's a happy place, people are going to come by. Music is good. Talk to your neighbor. Say, hey, do you mind if I play some music? They're usually going to say, yeah, I don't care as long as it's not a bunch of X. Try to respect that, okay? If your neighbor's like, oh man, it really screws up what I'm doing, then leave the music off. Be a good neighbor. But if they don't mind, most of them are going to understand, hey, that's going to attract people. Some music, as long as it's not too loud, and it's good, and it's upbeat, it's going to be good. Play a little music. Pins. Always have pins. We always keep a silver pin, silver Sharpie, because sometimes we'll have shirts for sale every now and then. Somebody wants Kurt to sign one. So I have to have a Sharpie for him so he can sign. Nobody ever wants me to sign anything. They're going to get enough of me, so I don't need this. This is Kurt's special Sharpie. Also, a pen in case you need to take notes. In case you're writing down something, fill out those receipts. Have some pens. Take more than one. If you're like me, you're going to lose it. These are all the bare necessities you should take. The other thing you might find, if you're lucky, is you might find Cheetos in your go bag. Now you think I'm making a joke, but I'm really not, okay? Take a few snacks, take your own drinks. You're going to be there for a long time, and you're going to be doing a lot of talking if you're like me. You're going to get thirsty, you're going to get hungry. You're probably not going to have time for a full sit-down meal. Somebody comes up, also take snake bags. Be prepared to give them everything they need to send them out the door. It's not real hard. So that is the equipment you're going to need at your show. Now let me tell you the secret to doing a show. Basically, I just did it. When you're doing a show, you got to do what I just did with this camera. You need to be standing up. You guys don't realize I'm having a back flare right now. I hurt like a son of a bitch. I'm still going to stand up, right? I don't care. I've got to be standing up. You have to engage somebody. If I just sit down like this, this is what I don't want to see anybody do at a show. But you watch. I'll see it at every show. You'll see a guy doing this. He'll walk up to his table, he'll do this, and then go right back here. He's going to wait for you to say something to him. And what that tells me as a customer is that he just told me by sitting there on his ass, looking at his or her phone, barely glancing up and going back to his phone, that one, he doesn't think either A, I'm worthwhile to speak to, or B, that I am able to buy his animals. That's what he thinks. That's what he's communicated. Whether he truly believes that or not, that is the communication you just gave. Maybe you're just shy. Kurt, you're shy, right?
Yes.
Would that be what you'd want to do?
Yes.
But can you do that at a show?
No.
If you do, will I be yelling at you? Yes. Get the fuck up. Get up. Talk to people. When somebody walks by, you need to grab them. They're looking, and you don't need to be pushy, okay? We're not in timeshare sales here. Right? This is ball python sales. They come and say, hey, is there anything you want to see, anything you want to look at? And they'll go, oh, I'm just looking. Okay, well, if there's anything you want to look at, man, let me know. I'm here to help you, And if they're kind of still looking, maybe they're staring at this, pastel calico here, just pull it out, Disinfect first. Pull it out. You can say, hey, just kind of look at this. You can show it to them. Let somebody pet it, whatever you need. The snake is in a shed right now, so we won't keep it out too long. Whatever you need to do, put it back. And if they decide to walk away, that's cool. You'll get the next person. They may come back. But you have to engage them. It's going to do two things. One, it's going to get you sales that you would not have got had you just sit on your ass, I promise. Number two, I want you to think about how the human brain is going to work. If you're going somewhere where there's a whole bunch of trade and you come to a table and there's 2 or 3 people looking at animals and they're looking at an animal you like, are you more than likely to buy that animal now? Because you think, oh man, other people like it. I better get that. If I want, I better get it now. Are you more than likely to think there's something good at that table because it's upbeat, the guy's up, he's talking, people are having fun. There's other people stopped there as opposed to a guy sitting on his ass on a cell phone. When you go to a show, you're going to make or break yourself by how you act. I promise. I guarantee it. And now that doesn't mean that every show is going to be a knockdown home run as long as you don't sit down and as long as you engage people. You're still going to have the occasional bad show, man. It's going to happen. I mean, it's unavoidable, right? There you go, little one. Don't worry, Don, that one is coming to you. It's just too cold this Monday. We were back down to the 20s. Put this one back up. But I guarantee you your success rate is going to be higher. It's going to be higher if you have all the equipment you need. And I learned to take this crap because I went to a show and didn't have an extension cord. And fortunately, the community was nice enough somebody loaned me one. You know, I went to a show and I didn't have one of these. And I couldn't plug in all my stuff very easy, you know. I learned the hard way. I went to a show one time when I was brand new and didn't take Germex. And then realized, shit, I forgot Germex. And luckily there was a table next to me, let me share theirs. Because it's good people at these shows, right? It really, truly is. This is a habit now. Welcome to COVID world. I Germex every time I see a bottle. It's like freaking OCD. So they're going to help you, but if you take everything you need, you're going to be more successful. Show yourself off. Be proud. And I just want to ask you one quick question. And answer it down there in the comments. Have you ever gone to a show and had a table, there we go, put you off, right? Before you ever even looked at something. Maybe they had an animal you liked, but just by the demeanor of how they were acting at that table told you you didn't want to buy from them. Have you ever had it happen? I can tell you I have. I've gone to shows and I've seen people and I blew by their table. I spent more money for the same damn animal at a different table because the person at the table was trying. They were up, they were engaging, they were talking to me, they wanted to talk about their animal. I felt like they were proud of their animal, and I felt like I was getting a better animal, and I was worth the extra money to me to do that. Some people it's going to be just bottom line price is what it's going to be. Other people it's going to be contact. You want to get both. So you tell me, what's better? What I'm doing now or this? It makes for fucking boring TV. Get your ass up, sell stuff. Kurt, anything you want to add about a show that I left out?
Do you think people need business cards?
Business cards are a great idea. They are. We do have some. I don't know where they're at right now. We don't ever go to that many shows. But yeah, have business cards. Let people take them, give them out. Business cards are good. I mean, it just keeps your name in their head. If you give out 100 business cards, 90 of them are going to get thrown in the garbage. Okay, let's be honest. You know, and I'm not a business card pusher, but I like to have some set in there. People will grab it, you know, they'll look at it, they'll ask you for it sometimes. I forgot them, and people ask, oh, do you have any business cards? I'm like, no. So yes, take business cards. That should be in my go box. It's not right now. That's my fault. But that's definitely a need, is business cards. Anything else you can think that we left out or that you think about shows that you've noticed?
No.
One other thing I'll point out then before we get off of here is if you do a show, okay, and you get done and you're not worn out, you fucked it up. You should be tired when you're done. Man, you should be talking to so many people and up and working and just burning so much energy, because you need to burn energy for you, them, and those people. You need to burn it all. You should be tired. It is your stage. It is your show. This 8-foot table is where you're living and where everybody's going to come to see you and see your animals. You need to be Joe fucking Exotic behind your 8-foot table. Okay, don't hire anybody to murder, and don't try to turn straight people gay with meth. But that same level, the guy was energetic, charismatic. You need to be that. And if you're not it, try to fake it just a little. Okay, don't fake it so you look fake, but just try to do one thing. Just try to get an opening line. That'll help you. Just an opening line to get the ball rolling. And just use it every time, okay? It's a new time for every person that walks by, I promise. It may be the same shit you're saying to you, but it's new for that guy, it's new for that guy, it's new for that guy. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.